Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. You know I appreciate it. Every year about this time, mid-December or a little bit before Christmas, I do a check of all the local lakes. I do in southeast Pennsylvania. I do Marsh Creek, I do Hopewell Lake, I do Struble Lake, I do Lake ONTELAUNEE up near Reading. And today I'm going to start by going up to Lake ONTELAUNEE. It's the farthest away. It's about 30 miles, so it takes almost an hour to get there. But it's also one of the first places it'll freeze. But I've heard some rumor about the lake being real low, and I got to go check it out because the area that most people fish, which is called Peters Creek, somebody said that it's, well, not dry, but the water is really, really low. If it is, that could really deter the ice fishing for everybody, because almost everybody goes to Peters Creek. It's just where I'm going up and check it out in a couple, or next week or the following week coming here. I'll be checking out the other lakes and I'll do reports on the same. Let's hope for a better ice fishing season this year. I hope you got your stuff ready. I got all my tip-ups, my rods, my auger, my miscellaneous equipment. I got it ready to go, and I also just picked up fresh bait. I use wax worms, and I get them from Best Bait Company. They look good, don't they? I get them from Best Bait Company. They're in Marblehead, Ohio. They have really good bait. They got good prices. You can get them wherever you want. I don't get any compensation for telling you about Best Bait, but I like them. Their shipping's good. Their product is fresh. I get them every year like that. I got 250 right here last week. I opened up the pack, only 4 of them were dead, so try to beat that. Hey, let's go to Lake ONTELAUNEE. I think we're going to find out something good. Hey, good morning, folks. Today I'm going to take a ride out to Lake ONTELAUNEE out near Reading. It's a very popular lake for ice fishing in this area, southeast Pennsylvania. But I haven't been up there since the springtime. I go up in the spring for bass and snakeheads, but just a couple days ago on one of the forums, somebody said the lake was real low, and the area that is most popular for ice fishing is really like dried up, or it's anyway. I got to go up and take a look for myself, and when I do that, I will put it on the video so everybody can see the conditions of Lake ONTELAUNEE. It's about a 45-minute ride for me, about 30 miles. No problem. I'm going to take my time. When we get there, we'll turn the cameras back on and let you see what's happening. So hang in there. Here we go to Lake ONTELAUNEE. Okay, I just got to Lake ONTELAUNEE. ONTELAUNEE, or however you want to pronounce it, is okay. I'm going to take a walk back toward Peters Creek. Check it out. Come on along. So like I said before at the start of the trip, I'm coming back here to check the level of the lake. The drought that we've had here in southeast Pennsylvania has really affected the rivers, the local lakes, and I wanted to check this because it is probably one of the most important lakes around here for the people that go ice fishing, myself included. It's also one of the lakes that will freeze probably earlier than most because of the depth in this one area. There's no boats allowed on the lake, for those of you who don't know. Fishing from the bank only, or in the case of wintertime, you can walk out in the ice and go for it. The area I'm going to check is called Peters Creek. It is by far the most popular area of the lake for ice fishing, and the depth ranges anywhere from 2 feet to 8 feet. A lot of it is weedy, a lot of it is 4, 5, 6 feet deep. It's very popular for panfish. People get some big bass. There's also, every year, there's also word of a pike. There's carp in here. There's snakeheads. But the area I'm going to check is, again, Peters Creek. Let's see what it looks like so everybody knows. You wouldn't want to walk all the way up here and find that there's no water. So we'll be there in a minute. Well, to my surprise, and I'm overlooking the lake right now, it doesn't really look low, and the back end here of Peters Creek is frozen, capped out. I'm going to go a little farther and see. This is not what I was expecting, but it's also better than I was expecting, because as you can see, there's ice on this lake. Now unfortunately it's going to get a little warmer next couple days, but this tells me that the lake is ready to freeze when we get a good cold snap. Definitely was not expecting this. The lake is only, if it's a foot low, I'd be surprised. It looks kind of normal. I'm going to go a little farther just to be sure and see how far up the ice goes. So those of you that are crossing your fingers and hoping to get on the ice here, it's a good possibility, because obviously the water's ready to freeze. A day or two of warmer weather or rain will affect the ice, but it doesn't change things. That of the first cold snap we get, it'll be frozen. So that's good news. Let's go look at the rest of the lake. Right now I'm coming up to probably the first spot that I would go in if I was going to be fishing in the spring, and the water does not look low at all. We'll get a little closer here. It's definitely frozen all over and up as far as I can see. Let's go down here a little closer. This is really, really good news. Okay. Alright, yeah, the lake might be 8 inches, 10 inches low. I can tell by the shoreline right here. Maybe a foot at the most. But look at this is where people will be wanting to ice fish. And there is no sign of open water. This is great. I'm going to go up a little farther, maybe to the point, and see if that's capped up there. Let's go. Makes it easy access when it's frozen. I do not see any open water. And right out in here is where most people will want to fish. Let's continue, and like I said, I'm going to go up to the point to see if it's frozen all the way up. It's supposed to get a good bit of rain later on today and tonight, and then I think again in another day or two. So if the lake's a little low right now, it's going to fill up, and it'll be back to normal by the end of the week, I'm sure. We don't need any snow. We just need a cold snap. It's still a possibility. Years ago, we used to be able to get on this lake either right before Christmas or right at Christmas. But it's been a while. It's been really, I don't know, global warming, who knows. But it's been tough to get any ice around here. But this year is shaping up better. I know I checked this lake last year at this time, and the water temperature wasn't even close to freezing. And still, I'm looking at total ice, no open water at all. This is freaking fantastic. You get a good look. Straight across is like the first cove on the left side going up Peters Creek. And again, this is still totally frozen. Definitely not safe, but frozen. There's probably an inch of ice out there if I had to guess. Now I'm almost to the point. You can see this is where the bank gets a little steep. So still, Ice all the way across, no open water. I'm getting excited about this. We might be able to get on this lake this year for more than one day. I had one day last year on this lake. Some people were on here more, but the one day I was on, 2 days later, it was gone. And I was on 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches of ice. It wasn't really great, but that's all we got. I got the other lakes that I like to fish, not anywhere near frozen last year. I'll be checking them. I'll be checking Marsh Creek, Scuba Lake, and Hopewell Lake later on this week, as I usually do. So we're coming up to the point. We'll take a look at that. Okay, here's the point at Peters Creek. I can see up the lake. I do not see any open water. This is fantastic. Now usually when I get here, the water is, in the springtime, the water's up right about in here, so the lake might be down a foot. And right out this way, you're going straight out, it's probably 8 feet deep. A lot of people go up here, they're a little bit farther. I guess it gets deeper. I do not see any open water at all. What a fantastic situation. We have early ice, and this place is definitely ready to do it. So that, folks, is Lake ONTELAUNEE, Peters Creek, frozen all the way up, no open water. Get your ice fishing stuff ready. Look at this. I'm just about back to the railroad tracks, but look at this. It's a 1/2 inch. Get your shit ready. Like I said, even with the coming rain and a day or two of warmer weather, it may, well, it will affect the ice. It might even take a lot of it off, but the water's ready to freeze when we get a cold snap, so don't worry about a day or two of temperatures in the 50s or so. And I'll just keep saying, get your shit ready. It's coming. Head on down to the car here and get back and put this together for you. But I know there's a lot of people wondering about Lake ONTELAUNEE, and they're too damn lazy to get out there and look for themselves. So I do it every year. Hey, I'm glad you're watching. Let's get out of here. Alright folks, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that little look at the Peters Creek. I'm going to holy shit. Anyway, let me get back in the car, enjoy my warm coffee. Now I'll tell you what, while you're waiting for the ice to freeze in southeast Pennsylvania, you might want to check this video out. It's pretty good. Check this one out for another couple laughs. Hope to see you on the ice. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.